This is an extraterrestrial thing that people can't escape for a lifetime. Someone got rich overnight because of him. I used to regret it. Every moment is a gift to Earth from extreme events in the universe. It is the approval of the mother-in-law after concentrated extraction and synthesis. It has now become an indispensable strategic reserve between countries. And that's electrolytic gold. Gold rank atomic narrative 79. Chemical properties similar to silver and copper atoms. Has the same thermal and electrical conductivity. And the activity is low. You can even find primitive veins of gold in nature. As early as 6,000 years ago in the late New Century, humans used it as an ornament. Enter the Bronze Age. The value of gold is magnified again. Until Donkey Dak in the 7th century BC, Turkey began to use gold and silver alloys to make its currency, called electronic gold, and this is one of the earliest known metallic currencies. We need to know that the gold leaf did not form spontaneously on Earth. They are heavy elements that are produced during cosmic astronomical events like superstar explosions and neutron star mergers. Through a rapid neutron capture process, a neutron-rich and iron-forcing element is created and dispersed into the universe in the form of interstellar dust and gas. When the Earth formed, these heavy elements, which are denser than iron, settled down in the Earth's crust. The entire Earth is about 4.80 billion tons of gold, and the core is 4.70 billion. Later volcanic eruptions and plate movements also brought some gold to the shallow surface, forming natural veins rich in rare metals. And our protagonist today is this gold mine in Albakan, Russia. It is a name that every Chinese person is familiar with. The Manchu language means Jiang Wanzi, who has been explored. In the 17th century, Russia's eastern and southern Siberian delusions attempted to control the watersheds of Heilongjiang and other places. After the Treaty of Neptune, Russia briefly withdrew, until the Qing dynasty treasury was empty. Exhausted financial resources, Russia expanded again and got the Qing dynasty to remove the unequal Beijing Treaty. Since then, large areas of territory north of the Heilongjiang River and the Wusuli River have been ceded. It's a shame, actually, because it is particularly rich in mineral reserves, except for the semen in front of you, and natural gas, oil, etc., but history cannot be changed after all. Now, let's go back to the video. With the screening completed, it enters the second round of fragmentation. First, the gold-rich ore is transported into the drum. Add metal balls of the same size to it. Each ball weighs 8 kilograms, 35 tons in it. So that by impact, the rock is refined into micron-scale powder. After mixing with chemical design, transformed into a pot of sticky black liquid, float to the surface in foam form, and the excess impurities in the ore can settle down. This process is called ringworm. But what you find is that the concentrated liquid has a lot of water left over. The press just happened to play a key role in this. Once the water is removed from the pulp, you get a mineral powder in solid form. Crystal ore is nothing special from the outside, but it's mixed with a lot of sulfide. Only a high temperature of 500 degrees allows the pyrite and galena and gold ore to oxidize under the action of air. Burn to expand the flow. Remove excess impurities from gold mines. Effectively improve the purity in the subsequent smelting process. Now, hoist the burned intermediate and transfer it to the large truck, ready to go to the next factory. Can you imagine the difference of 440 kilometers between the two factories? Wait here. The temperature has risen significantly, as expected of an oil-producing fruit. Each of these bags contains 14 tons of gold powder. All are high-purity raw materials after extraction. Come below. Pressurized Qing chemical technology. It is an essential part of the casting field manager. It should be known that the chemical solution cannot dissolve gold at room temperature and pressure. To accelerate this process, the factory is equipped with a high-powered high-pressure axe. According to the engineer, the working pressure of the high-pressure axe is basically 10 to 30 atmospheres. He's rusted from the inside over the years. But this does not affect the dissolution efficiency, because the knife head can be replaced. If you don't believe me, look at this thing. It's broken like this, and it's still being used. Now we understand how the high-pressure axe works. The device first injects the gold ore into the tank. At the same time, add an appropriate amount of water in proportion, and the whole process has to be in and out at 20 atmospheres of pressure. Then raise the water temperature to 100 degrees. Once the right conditions are met, the sulfide oxidizes into a soluble substance to release the gold trapped in it. So, the high-pressure axe is equivalent to speeding up the reactor, not just for gold. For example, other precious metals are also treated in the same way, but there's no way to extract it all at once in this humble workshop. So, ready to ship into the third factory. It's hard to imagine running back and forth thousands of kilometers to make gold. The high-pressure volt at this time, together with the total weight of the ore powder, is more than 1,100 tons. Every step carefully, especially when traveling through residential areas. The whole road is lit up for him. After 3 days of transportation, finally arrived at the third factory building. This is also a part of electrolytic gold. Inject the gold pulp into the tank. Add sodium chin at the same time. Store in solution with dislurry alloy salt. inject activated carbon, and then absorb the gold. After waiting for the in and out time to respond. At this time, the current is inserted to make the gold absorb again. In addition, there is a new powder replacement method for weaving crystal mud. Both are suitable for handling low-grade gold or complex ores, especially the low proportion of gold or containing sulfides. Sodium can effectively increase the rate of gold ingress and egress. After the atomium chain melts the gold dust into a solution, the gold bricks can be poured below. The gold bricks are the original shape shipped from the factory. There are very few thick brick figures on the market. In order to ensure the solidification effect of the bricks, the whole process has to be completed within the requirement of 1,100 degrees. After years of groping, the weight of each gold brick poured by the old master will not be much different, usually kept around 9 kilograms. That is, a brick with a total weight of up to 9 kilograms. 9 kilograms. You hold him in your arms. It weighs more than a newborn baby. So I understand why gold sank into the Earth's core. The main reason is the high density and heavy. But at this time, the bricks wells contain 73.5 billion pure gold, contain 7% silver and other trace elements. So in principle, it's a rough gold. I want 99.99% purity. It is necessary to use green gold acid to complete the electrolytic gold chain. Gold as Yang. By electrolysis, the gold ions of Yang will dissolve into the electrolyte and deposits high-purity gold on the scale. After this step, we will obtain pure gold with a purity of more than 99.99%. The researchers in the picture are analyzing the next mine, which includes detailed business copper, evil lead, and other elemental components. According to the staff, the analysis of ore veins is based on a comprehensive decision. If this deposit is found to meet current demand, it will be mined. But if it doesn't meet various needs, it will be used as a reserve mine.